Okay, so usually, so let me turn this fan off. I have some sort of idea of what I'm going to be covering in my videos. Like the Define Scope Explore Lexicon, I already sort of thought of that. I thought that was a pretty good way to put it. Um, I knew what I was talking about, the part 6. I seriously have no idea because I'm going to be discovering this little process as I do part 7 here. And I might need some input too. With regards to this. So, I was working on this song here, and, this would be a little easier. Actually, I think I already know what's kind of going on, so I might not even need feedback, but, I'll still look at it. I still, obviously welcome it. But, I'm gonna have to fundamentally change the structure of the song. Structure being the rhythm, right? Before, I had a more interesting one. A more unique one that sort of exists in my head. So if I do this, it will be less me, okay? If I make this artistic decision and do just a basic 4/4 rhythm, or that wasn't, whatever, 4/4 rhythm though, it'll be a better song. So I'm going to take that decision. So that's probably what the title of this video is going to be. Make it less you. Try your hardest to make it less you. That is so counterintuitive, but I think that's good advice. In general, you want to... The structure is the thing you can always modify, right? The specific things that happen within the structure, you can't really modify. Right? So what you should do, or I mean you could, but once it's already all laid out and it becomes like a string where every part relies on every other part, you can't really remove any part of it. And at that point the structure is already sort of locked in. So what you need to do is continually edit your structure as you go. But continuously, make sure to impose one at the very beginning so that you can keep editing it. And sometimes it'll work for a long time and then it'll change. You'll have to change it. Whatever. That's fine. The content, though. The content is the thing that you sort of want to keep the same. So this is the content. This chord is the content, right? That structure before where I was like... That's a cooler rhythm than just like some sort of boring one, but that's okay. I have to use the fucking boring one. That's fine, whatever. Because I found this. I like that. I like that a lot better, actually. It sort of is a more like, I don't know, you get into it more. Focus on every single time you play the song and try and realize the best version of itself. Try and let it sort of realize itself. That, it'll be good when it, plays itself. You just have to, play the starting chord and then the rest just comes out. Man, it's that's really gratifying when that happens. But in order to be able to do that, you have to make sure that you put a lot of content in there, okay? But that doesn't mean a lot. That doesn't mean just random stuff. That means it has to be nuanced. You have to condense information. So your structure will probably get simpler and simpler and simpler and simpler as your piece gets better and better. Right? But that's just the nature of it. Sometimes your structure at the end will look more you. But that's not always the case, and so that's what I have to say about that. That is actually great advice that I just gave myself just now. So hopefully you guys find it find it useful.